What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. It is a beautiful Monday morning. I got the bright sunlight coming in on me. The day is starting. The sun is rising, and I hope every single one of you all are riding with it as well, because we are grateful to be here on this beautiful planet Earth. Oh man, but we have to get into the Miami Dolphins this morning because we have a lot of offseason decisions that we are going to have to make, and we're going to talk about them. I'm going to help some people wake up and get their week started. I just hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week this week. Shout out to Michael Simmons being the first one in the building, and shout out to Michael Simmons as well for the donation last night on the PayPal. I did see it, homie. I don't know if you know I acknowledged it on the stream. But thank you for always showing your love and support, and not far behind you, Vic Coaster. Morning to you too. Shout out to you, Vic. I hope y'all having a great morning. I see you, Scandala's Zoda Barber in the house. Big Boy Sports News. Good morning, man. I'm in my first period board. Man, you better be paying attention, man. You better pay attention in class. You all up in class on TD Fans Talk, but that's what's up, man. But TD does not condone being in class, not paying attention. I just had to get that disclaimer just in case, you know how people are. But what up, Robin Mars, Ted Ferguson? I see y'all, man. Good morning to you, Marvin Green Smoker. And he said good morning to the fans family. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the building, guys. Again, I hope everybody's having a beautiful, beautiful start to the week. I'm excited. We're going to have a great week over here at TD Fans Talk. We have so much to talk about. Man, I hope y'all love those streams yesterday, man. I just couldn't stop thinking about them because I think there were some of the best streams that we ever had on the channel. Man, it was just a good time. I'll just put it like that. And I'm going to do a lot more of that, letting a lot of more people come on to the stream. Of course, Patreon members have the first priority in that happening. We want to talk about some of the off-season moves that we're going to have to make. We also want to talk about Taco. We want to talk about Clowney. We want to talk about running backs and wide receivers. Are they average or elite? And that's probably where I'm going to start right there with the running backs and receivers. Are they average or elite? Elite. Preston Williams. Excuse me. Who's the starting quarterback next year? And our corners and safeties. These are things that you all wanted to talk about. Shout out to you, D. Howard. What's up, homie? But y'all hit that like button. We got 20 people in the building, only 10 likes, 50% rate. So y'all hit that like button, guys. But let's go ahead without further ado and go ahead and get started. I wanted to answer the question that was posed to me last night about running backs and wide receivers, guys. Are they average or elite? Okay. And I'm taking it that they're talking about the Miami Dolphins. Now, we're going to start with the running back, the pretty obvious one in the group. Listen, we do not have any elite running backs on our roster. I mean, it's not even close to even being debatable. There are no elite running backs on our roster. We have Kalen Balazs, Patrick Laird, Gaskins, guys like that. The real debate is, are they average? That's the real debate. Are they average? See what people have to understand is average running back is good. We have to debate if we even have an average one. You know, if I ask y'all right now, is Kalen Balazs average or below average? Everybody's going to say below average. I'm not really oh yeah, Shaq Quarterman, but I'm not willing to say that he's not average. Because until we fix our O-line, we don't know what we have, guys. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lack of humility when I say this. I don't know how many times I have to continue to prove certain points to certain people. Attributables are real, guys. One thing affects another. We had a terrible O-line. But we want to talk about Balazs having one of the worst per averages in league history, and that's his fault for some reason all of a sudden. It's just not true. It really just isn't true. Oh, one moment, guys. Oh, what's wrong? My bad, guys. Please forgive me. All right, but it's just really not true, guys. I mean, were we saying this about him when he averaged 4.6 yards per carry the year before? No, we weren't saying that, were we? We weren't all on Balaj when he was averaging 4.6 yards per carry the year before, when the O-line was at least halfway decent. We weren't saying these type of things, guys. And now all of a sudden the O-line, and another thing, attributables, guys. It's not like these guys had open lanes. They were getting met in the backfield. They were literally getting met in the backfield. So it's hard for me to determine whether Balaj is average or not. I'm just one who, I mean, we did the same thing with Tannehill. Oh, he's this, oh, he's that. Then he got the attributables around him, and all of a sudden, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks. We know Derrick Henry wrote the ship, but that was an attributable. Derrick Henry helped Tannehill elevate his play. But how Tannehill would never do this. He'll never go to a Pro Bowl. He'd never go to the playoffs leading the team. He'll never do. Same people. This is why it's hard for me to just keep my mouth shut sometimes when people ignore the attributables. They don't care. Oh, 1 yard per carry. He's trash. No. You're ignoring the attributables. We don't know. Patrick Laird had flashing, glaring moments at times. I thought that I love what I saw with him catching the ball out of the backfield. But then the O-line caught up with him too. Couldn't move the ball. Was I the only one who noticed at the end of the season when we start winning that we just abandoned the run? Was I the only one who noticed that? Am I the only one who noticed that it was shotgun and Fitzpatrick the whole time? We couldn't run the ball. We just couldn't run the ball, guys. Jason Thomas is a good point. Drake looked terrible with us, with that O-line. And then he averaged 5 yards a carry after he was traded. $5 yards a carry after he was traded. More proof. More proof. Now, one thing I don't like about Balaj is I think he avoids contact. And he's not a bruiser. Balaj is more of an open field head start runner. I really don't like that per se. But in the right system, it could be very useful. See, Balaj, I'm starting to feel like Balaj is the type of back that you have to run a shotgun, spread offense. He's the only one next to the quarterback. In some plays, he's going to block. In some plays, he's going to hand it off in a halfback draw on first down. And since the defense is playing pass, he's going to see a few lanes and then try to make something happen. That's what I see in a Kalen Balaj. And I know I've been telling people Balaj is going to be the league MVP, and y'all know I be trolling and talking crazy noise sometimes, but y'all know when I am and when I'm not. But Balaj is not the answer for the future. Now, is he a good back to have as a backup? I'm all for that. We need a 3-down back. I mean, technically 2 down. And Balaj become one of those guys who come in and spare as a second or third option. Because just like last year, I said, Balaj needs more carries. He's earned it. And now I feel like Laird needs more carries. He's earned it. Laird needs more carries because he's earned it. But we need to bring in a running back this offseason who's either proven or young, bright talent. We have to address the position. That is one position that it cannot go without being addressed. But none of it matters unless we address the O-line. Y'all hit that like button. We got 37 in the building, only 16 likes. Punch it, y'all. Gore. Hey, I loved Gore. Gore's going to be available. I wouldn't mind bringing Gore back. That's just the truth. I still want a young back for the future. See, I wouldn't mind bringing Gore back and drafting a guy like Dobbins or Taylor. I would love that. Bring Gore, draft a guy like Dobbins or Taylor, keep Balaj, and a fourth back and Laird. And you got your fullback already. I'll keep all those guys because this will probably be Gore's last season, maybe. And he's going to be splitting carries with the rookie. And you got Balaj and Laird in the event of an injury. In the event there's an injury, you got a guy that these guys can possibly fill in. Gore in for retirement in Miami. I mean that. I mean that. I mean that. I mean it when I say I wouldn't mind bringing Gore in, y'all. I don't even know why we let him go. I mean, I guess I understand because his value was still up. And his value will continue to be up. Gore's still been putting in work. So we shall see. I'm going to just say this. I'm going to trust this organization in any choice they make this offseason. I really feel this organization wants to build the right way. Me too, Ronnie. I agree with you, man. Keep an eye on A.J. Dillon from BC. Second or third day pick. 6 feet, 250 pounds. Check out his tape. Let me write it down. A.J. Dillon. I definitely check it out, man. Gore workhorse. And you need one of those, especially when you're bringing in a young back to show him the way. I don't want to bring in a young back and there's no veteran running back there to show him the way because we're real young. We're green at the position, y'all. I would love to bring Gore back. Again, we can bring in Quarterman in the late round. A young back, I'm all for it in whatever capacity that is. So outside of that, Patrick Laird, again, I think he deserves more opportunity because I love – and let me tell you, Patrick Laird could end up leapfrogging Balaj on the depth chart come next season, even if we fix the O-line. Laird could end up leapfrogging him because Laird showed that he can catch the ball out of the backfield last year, and for some reason, Balaj has been having butterfingers lately. Balaj's scout report and everything says he can catch the ball out of the backfield, but he hasn't showed proof of that. And I love that Laird can. He legitimately can catch the ball out of the backfield. He really can. Hey TD, how's it going? I'm great, TW Bluff. And if anyone's new watching this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. We are on our journey to 7,600. You can help us to get there by hitting that subscribe button. How about you add me to the offensive line? I could change everything. Big Boy Sports News, I ain't doubting that, but you ain't even paying attention in school. You in class right now. Say add me to the O-line. Oh, man. But that's what's up, man. Hey, keep grinding. You never know, bro. Man, Laird's good for special plays, but he needs a Ricky Williams beast. No question. I'm just saying Laird going down to that third back, being that back for the third down. Really. EM said TD is right. LOL. I know, Tommy. It probably hurt him to say that, man. He probably didn't get no sleep last night. He didn't get no sleep last night for that to come out of his mouth. But outside of that, those other backs, guys, they're just, I hate to say it, kind of flies on the wall. Will they emerge? There's no sign that they will. No sign that they will. Now, let's talk about wide receivers. Average or elite. Now, this one's a lot more interesting. This one's a lot more interesting. I want y'all to tell me right now in the comment section, is our wide receiving core average or elite? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Parker and Preston Williams could be classified as elite if healthy. Above average. That's fair, Terrence. That's fair. We need a solid number 2. A solid number 2. Marvin, who's the number 1? Still a little unproven. That's fair too. Parker and Preston could be elite. Hard to say due to health issues. I want to know who Marvin's number 1 is if he say we still need a number 2. Parker is borderline elite. Or is that your number 1? I'm taking it that's your number 1 then. Is Preston Williams not a number 2 now? We have an average wide receiver group. Parker. Is Preston Williams not a number 2? That's what I'm curious about. Is he not a number 2? If he picks up where he left off, of course. Hey, TD, I heard EM last night panel, something wrong with that dude. Yeah, I'll leave him alone, man. Is Allen still on the team? Allen, I don't know why I'm shooting a blank because I can't think of an Allen. And it's probably like, oh, of course, that Allen. Well, I'm really not right now. Give me the full name so I ain't tripping. No, he's not number 2. He is number 2. A healthy Parker could be elite. He's a number 2. Hearns. All right, let me give y'all my thoughts on that, okay? Oh, Allen Hearns. Oh, that's why I'm tripping. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's on the team. Did something happen that I didn't know of? I love EM. We on the tour train, Lord. Is that the only reason you love him? Oh, Lord. Williams inconsistently is pitiful. Williams inconsistently is Preston Williams inconsistency is pitiful. I don't know about that. Let's talk about this, man. I knew this one was going to be a little bit more juicy. They aren't elite yet because you have to become elite and literally show elite to say elite. Now, I know that I think they're going to become it, but that ain't what we're saying here. Whoever said above average wide receiving core was dead on right, in my opinion, of course. We have an above average wide receiver core that can be on the verge of elite, but their floor is average. The floor is average. The ceiling is elite, but they're pretty much average, somewhere above average. Okay, that's where they are. So let's break this down. Devontae Parker was discovered last year. Let's just call it what it is. His coming out party was last year, and people forget with him doing what he did, he still had a horrible beginning of the season. The first 6-7 games for Devontae Parker was trash. I don't care. Listen, it wasn't good. Dropping balls, this and that. It wasn't good. And then once again, when we abandoned the run and it was floated up to those guys, oh boy. Everybody making names for themselves now. Making names for themselves. And Parker had his coming out at that point. Now, imagine a full season from Parker. That's going to be elite, y'all. A full season of consistent play like we saw in the last 3 quarters of the season. That's what you're going to call elite play. That will be elite play. Can we get it? We don't know because we haven't gotten it, but we've had 3 quarters, a little more than half of the season at elite play. So we're hoping next year Parker picks up where he left off and he starts at elite play and he's already at 1,000 yards by week 12. That's what we're hoping. And I think that we can do that. Now, the only thing that can hold that back is, there's attributables to everything, y'all. You notice how when we abandoned the run, now all of a sudden Parker is beasting because we couldn't run, so we didn't waste plays on trying to. So they got more quality opportunities. Now, here's the issue with Parker. If we do start to establish the run, numbers will fall. Numbers, well, let me not say they will fall. They could fall because we're going to be focusing on the run game, and then the passing game is going to be spread out in a play action form or what may have you a spread. But some can counter that argument and say, but if we are running the ball, we're picking up more first down, so they're still going to give receivers more opportunities. So it's a give and take. It's a give and take. But Parker, I do want to say that he, picking up from last year, we're going to have an elite wide receiver. Preston Williams, on the other hand, there ain't no other hand. Let me clear some people's mind right now with all this foolishness they talking in the comment section about Preston, inconsistency, X, Y, and Z. Preston Williams is going to be an elite receiver. This kid know how to run routes. He know how to go up and high point the ball. He knows how to get separation. He knows how to use his body. Only knock on him early on was, man, there were occasional drops. But hold on, ladies and gentlemen, can we not sit here and can we please be fair? Rookie. We're talking about a rookie wide receiver showing what he's already shown. I don't want to hear nothing about the inconsistency and this and that. He was a rookie. He's an infant in his career who's going to have offseason after offseason after offseason to perfect his craft. I mean, what a lot of people need to understand is when we saw Preston Williams balling, we have to realize that that's not even his ceiling. Rookie. You think a rookie comes in giving their ceiling right away? If they do, then gosh. I mean, some people, I guess it ain't that bad for, but at the same token, you want to know that a guy still got more room, got a ceiling that he's trying to achieve. But if anybody can sit here and say, oh, Preston Williams, when he was balling, that is his ceiling. Stop. Kid's a freaking rookie. Undrafted, might I add. Oh, my gosh. Undrafted. If anybody has the potential to be elite, it is certainly him. Because he wasn't far, far, far from it as a rookie. You ain't seen nothing. Get your popcorn, keep your eyes open. This kid gonna make some big plays in the future. He gonna dominate some games in the future. You know what I see in Preston Williams? Sometimes I see a Brandon Marshall, prime. I see prime Brandon Marshall in him. And not so much the characteristics, even though some of them are there. I'm referring to how he can impact the game. I could see 10 and 11 catches in the future in some games. That's what I meant when I say I see Brandon Marshall. The production. I can see it happening. Especially if Devontae Parker on the other side eating. And they got their number one corner playing him. Preston Williams, man, he going to benefit from Devontae Parker for quite some time. Telling y'all, man. In Ocho Cinco. I don't know Ocho Cinco. Brad came in the league knocking heads. Brandon came in the league knocking heads. Yeah, again, I'm not, like I said, I see Brandon Marshall in him and his prime. What I'm saying is how he impacts the game. I can see some games where this man literally 10 catches today for Preston. You know how Brandon Marshall used to rack up catches. 7 this game, 9 that game, 11 this game, 13 that game, 8 this game. Brandon Marshall used to get them catches. Them first downs, y'all, them extended drives. But I'm telling you, those guys are closer to elite than y'all think. Than you think. Williams had off the field issues while he was drafted. I know. That's why I say it's still a gem. It was still a steal for us. Because some people can have off field issues, but they still gonna get drafted. But I get what you're saying. I'm telling you now, man. Williams, he got a chip on his shoulder too because he want to earn some money. He won his first deal. Williams want to literally be able to say, man, I done survived being a rookie, and now I got a 3-year deal. Now I got a 3-year, $20 million deal. That's what Williams wants to accomplish, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's it, TD? That's all you're going to have to pay. Because you crazy if you don't think the Dolphins going to get ahead of his contract. You crazy if you don't think they're going to get ahead of it. If this man come out this year, let me go look at the details and help you and give y'all my vision here. Preston Williams contract. Let me give y'all my vision because it's going to happen this year. Next year, actually. Watch this. Preston Williams was signed on a 3-year deal. Wow. He was signed on a 3-year deal worth $1.8 million, you could say. His average salary is $588,000 right now, and we only took 1 year in on it. This year, he's going to be making $585,000. His signing bonus is only $3,000. Man, if we cut him, we only got a dead cap of $6,000. Like, we can cut bait anytime if we wanted to. At any time. So this year, oh my gosh, he is going to be so determined. This is the year right here where he gets to go all out. You know why? Because his agent is saying, man, 2020 is going to write your career, kid. If you ball in 2020, they will not let you go into 2021 without a new deal. They will not let you go into 2021 without a new deal. In worst case scenario, they'll let him go into 2021 without the deal. But if he continues to play well, because he's not an unrestricted free agent in 2022, he's a restricted free agent. So if I was the Miami Dolphins, I actually wouldn't even do it this year coming. I'll let it play out this year, see what he does. Now, here's the deal. If Preston Williams become a Pro Bowler in 2020, you got to go ahead and get ahead of it and give him that extension right then and there and save a few million per year. Because if you let him go into 2021 and play and he was a Pro Bowler in 2020, he's not going to sign. He's going to say, I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to sit out 2021. Not sit out, but I'm going to play 2021, hope I don't get hurt, and I'm going to bet on myself because in 2022, you got to offer me at least 11, 12 a year. You got to give me 11, 12 million per year. I went to a Pro Bowl. Yeah, I was undrafted, but I went to a Pro Bowl. You got to give me 11, even 12 a year. And that's low, but that's my value. If you let him get to be an restricted free agency where you got to offer him money and then people can match and all of that stuff. But if he go to the Pro Bowl, they got to offer money now because now they can get a 3-year, $21 million or something. Save money. But we got a guy with the potential of being elite that we paying $700,000, well, $600,000 this year for. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. For a scared of contact wide receiver. Scared of contact? You know what? Let me say this. Even if the man was scared of contact, which I don't agree, you got to remember this guy again. Rookie. His body still had to become NFL ready. If you think his body is NFL ready, see Preston Williams ain't, listen, now don't get me wrong, he's straight, but he can get a little bit more bulkier. A little bit more. A little bit more, man. So we'll see. He huge. Oh, I know he's huge, but at the same token, he's huge where he shouldn't be worried about taking contact. But at the same token, it's probably it might even be somewhat of an insecure type thing, where he might even have to get a little bit more in to feel comfortable doing it. Time will tell. He's young, man. He's young. He's young. He's still got work he could put in. But moving on, not just those guys, you also got guys like Jakeem Grant. I'm putting Jakeem Grant at average. Jakeem Grant has always been a victim of spreading the ball around. Jakeem Grant said he wants to prove that he could be a number one receiver in this league. And listen, I ain't trying to be a negative person, but I don't see it. And if that happens, oh my gosh, because he's limited because of his size, number one. Number two, he'd have to become the Kareem Hunt of the world. He'd have to be Kareem. Well, he'd have to be, he'd have to be the Kareem Hunt of the world. That's what he would have to be. And can he? Wait, maybe I'm tripping. I mean, Hill. He had to be Hill. Just like Kansas City's guy. He'd have to thrive in that role if he wants to be that dude. I just don't see with all these dogs we got how it can be spread it out to where all of them are like that dude. I don't know how. Could the Miami Dolphins have 3 receivers over 1,000 yards? Do y'all think that's possible? 3 receivers over 1,000? Because I'm gonna tell y'all now, it might. I should even be asking 4 because I want this to be the season that Mike Gesicki gets 1,000 yards. I want this to be the season that he gets 1,000 yards, impact the game so much he's getting 70 yards a game. So 4 receivers with 1,000 yards, I don't see it. I'm just saying, I don't see it. Parker 1,000, Preston 1,000, Gesicki 1,000, Grant 1,000. Everybody else getting little pieces here and there. I don't see it. I don't see that happening. If that happens, whoever was at quarterback, probably an MVP candidate, or at least possibly going to the Pro Bowl. And we should be at least going to the AFC Championship game with that kind of production. This year will speak volumes about Williams. His play will prove above all whether he's our guy going forward. I feel like he'll be better year 2. Let me tell you something. The wide receiver is the only position that I feel comfortable about in regards to our future, because we're still technically young at the position, and we technically have guys locked up for a little bit. Now, next year, not this year coming, but the year after that, we're going to have to probably bring in another talent, because you got guys like Hearns and stuff like that we probably are moving on from. So we'll see. Who else you got? Albert Wilson, we don't even know if he's going to be on the roster. There's a good chance he will be if he restructures the deal. If not, I don't see it happening, but we shall see. And we just signed another wide receiver, re-signed him as well. What's his name again? I don't know why. Every time I read it, I forget it. What's the guy we just signed again, his name? At the wide receiver position. I know y'all up on it. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart on this. Yeah, I know Isaiah Ford coming up, but we're not going to mention his name in 1,000-yard reception category yet. He's going to have a breakout, wow, look what this kid is doing right now type season. I think he's one of those reliable guys that's going to always be on our depth chart and helping out. And reliable, though. and really good, but not stepping in the forefront of being that guy. Oh yes, Ricardo Lewis. Ricardo Lewis is who we got. I love his speed. He's smart kid. We just depends on is he going to be one of those guys that's on the field all the time? Are we gonna be able to play him? I mean, we're gonna play all these guys because receivers rotate in and out, depending on their tiredness or not. But we shall see. But we also have him. I think that I don't really see us making moves at the wide receiver position outside of that. But again, we have to see how the offseason goes. I think they'll bring in maybe 2 or 3 more guys for camp. But that's it. That's it. Who else? I think that's about it pretty much. I think that's about it. My trade TSC's team, Dante Hightower, was supposed to be that guy before he was injured. Yeah, but he can still become that guy. He can still become that guy. Isaiah Ford did flash last year. I didn't say he didn't. Yeah, I know he did. The guy was fought for years to stick on the team. Ford is a worker. That's what I meant, FM, as a guy who's going to always be there on the team, reliable, make plays here and there, but I don't think he's going to ever work his way into that top 3. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he'll ever work his way into that top 3 rotation. But he'll always be back there 4 or 5 with playing time, making plays. Miami Dolphins get all New England Patriots players. Sometimes it might be familiarity and stuff like that. So we'll see. We shall see. But that's my thoughts on that question that was asked the other day. Running backs and receivers, average or elite. That's where we kind of stand. I like Ford as our slot guy. Me too. No Antonio Brown in Miami. He got to make sure he's straight first, man. He got to go make sure he get right first. He has to make sure of that, man, for sure. We got 72 in the building, 36 likes. Can we get to over 50 likes real quick, guys? Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get over 50 likes real quick. Parker, Williams, Ford, Hearns, Grant, Wilson, Hollins, Luis. Man, Wilson is the question mark. And if he is back on this roster, I'm going to say that your depth chart right there isn't in order because you'd have to move him up quite a bit. Running back. Pete's Autos, we did running backs. That's what we started the video on. So you just have to go check it out, bro. Did a whole thing on running backs. Joel Frazier. What's up, TD? What up, Joel? 2 of the Miami. Maybe not. Wilson's Judy, 2 of the Miami. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's what we have for you as far as that question. Next, on the next stream that I do today, which is probably within the next hour at some point, I'm going to talk about who our starting quarterback is going to be next year. Early prediction on who our starting quarterback is going to be next year. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about who our starting quarterback is going to be next year. The depth at the quarterback position, what that's going to look out at, like the different scenarios that can also play out at the position. And you all might be shocked by what I have to say. You might be shocked. So y'all come back. Y'all stay tuned to TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Hope that I could I help some of y'all wake up this morning to get your day started. It's all about the Fins, baby. It's a bright, beautiful day. Thank y'all for tuning in. Can we get 50 likes before we get out of here? We got 67 people in the building, only 43 likes. Punch that like button. Let's get 50 likes real quick, guys. RT17 at QB. Phillip Rivers. Wow. I think Rosen will play and coordinate was brought in to make him look great. We're going to find out, right? We're going to find out. 3 more likes. Let's get to 50 likes, guys. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes. Where that wake up music. You're right, man. I'm going to have to start playing it again. Mariota, get out of here, whoever said that, Mariota. We better not. Oh, my gosh. I'd be so mad. I would be livid. Rest in peace, brother Kobe Bryant and daughter Gigi. My condolences go his family and friends. I agree, Mr. Miami 305, and everybody who lost their lives and their loved ones in that accident. What's up, Aiden? Morning, Real O'Neal. What if Rosen will play and Miami don't even draft no QB at all, TD? It's a possibility, Wetson. You should stay tuned for the next stream, man. It's TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I'll be right back. Peace.